Do you love
automation and artificial intelligence?
Do you live
And breathe digital technology?
Do you have
Business savvy in your DNA? Nikki Gonzalez does. And she's a host of the Creators Lounge.
The Creators Lounge is proud to welcome ANCA CNC machines.
Hey, this is Nikki Gonzalez here in the Creators Lounge, and I'm stoked to be joined by Edmund and Pat Bolin from ANCA. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Nikki.
How are you guys?
Thank you for having us. It's exciting to be here.
Yeah, I actually mentioned this interview this morning as one of the ones I was super excited about today. And I'll have to say, I started working with my dad when I was a kid, and to see a company like yours, where you have a father and a son still working together, it's a great privilege to get to talk to you guys today, so thanks.
Thank you very much. And I also have two sisters that work in the business as well. So just
real family business.
The fun dynamic.
Love that. So why don't you guys give me a little introduction? Let's talk about the history of the company. You guys have, you're not some small mom and pop shop. You guys are actually pretty big and been around for 50 years now. Can you give me a little introduction?
Yes.
Tell me the history of what you guys are up to.
So he can probably give the secret spices, but from our side, I guess we're roughly about 1,300 people globally.
Wow.
4 divisions. Our biggest division being ANCA machine tools, so 5-axis grinding machines mostly. And really our success has been by being in the global market. We've got, I think it's 17 offices globally, over 10,000 machines installed. We have maybe 52 countries I think we've got machines installed in. So yeah, and really our success is driven through innovation, but maybe he can answer that a bit.
Yeah, Pat.
Yeah, so one of our advantages was that we're from Australia, which is a pretty poor market for CNC tool grinders. This forced us to really, from a very early stage, to think globally.
Yeah.
And that's been one of the keys to our success, is that we established a very good global sales and service network, and that's been our real secret to success, I believe.
Some forced constraints really enabling that innovation, right? You have to cross the barrier. I think that sort of early resilience, like having to not just have the market right in front of you. I'll connect if that's okay. I'm from Iceland, which is also a much smaller island out there in the world, where a lot of things you have to go across those borders, right, to find the market that you need. And this is the International Manufacturing Technology Show, so it's amazing to have you guys here from Australia, and then some of your U.S. team we'll be talking to later on. But how do you feel like this, has that innovation kept going? You guys have been in business for a long time now. Is that still you feel like it's still a barrier that you have to break to continue to push those boundaries?
Yeah, so why would you buy a machine tool all the way from Australia? And obviously innovation is key to that success. Yes, we're not the small company we used to be, but that continued innovation is critical, and we still invest 10 to 15% of our revenue back into R&D every year. We have an engineering team of over 300 engineers now around the globe that are really focused on bringing new technologies to the market, and it really, you cannot stay as you are, because otherwise you'll fail. So reinvesting back into innovation and into both from an engineering sense and from a production sense is critical to our success.
Well, staying stagnant, I know we see that, that doesn't lead to success. You grew up in the business, Edmund, right? Can you tell me a little bit about, from your perspective, kind of as you grew up, how have you seen the business evolve? What challenges have you guys taken on as you've grown up in the role?
Yeah, obviously the business is very different to what it was like 20 years ago. I still remember the days when we used to have all the ANCA employees over at Mum and Dad's house, or Pat McCluskey, the other business managers, or the business owners' house, and you can't do that anymore. But keeping that family business vibe through the business has been critical. So we're still, although we're a bit bigger than we used to be, we've still got a very family oriented culture, which is important for the retaining staff, and also I guess we've professionalized as well. So I think in the past compared to now, the way we handle our service, the way we handle our sales, the business processes that we've put into the business have been very different to what it was maybe in the past, but obviously has ensured that the stability and the growth of the business as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That technology is there, but to keep that human-centered family focus on the business, which is what it's all about. Well, thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and take a short break here, and we'll be right back for our next segment. And we're back, and right now I have with me Russell Ridiford and Aaliyah Schulke from the U.S. operations, if I'm getting that right. Can you guys introduce yourselves a little bit to the people that are watching?
Yeah, Nikki, thank you very much for having us. Glad to be here. Yeah, my name's Russell Ridiford. I'm the president of the U.S. operations. Have responsibility for our business in Canada, Mexico, and Brazil.
All right, and Aaliyah?
Thank you. My name is Aaliyah Schulke. I'm an applications engineer at ANCA. I'm also the SME for the AIMS and AIMS Connect.
Very cool. I love seeing this. We got the father, son, and then we've got the veteran and somebody that's pretty new, right?
Veteran, I'll take that as a compliment, I think,
I
Nikki.
hope
but,
so.
Yeah, look, you had the masters in here prior, so it's a hard act to follow, but we'll give it our best shot. But yeah, it's great to be sitting here next to Aaliyah, a wonderful applications engineer with us here in the US, and yeah, she's setting the world on fire as the next generation of engineers coming through the business.
Yeah, and as the host of a podcast called Automation Ladies, I have to say I'm stoked to have you in here. Seeing us in the applications roles and the, just public facing, it's so important to be able to attract more of these talented engineers. So Russell, let's start a little bit with the past and then we'll catapult into the future. You've been with the company quite a while now, right?
Yeah, Nikki. Look, I joined the company in October 1988. I'm Australian by birth and had an opportunity to come to the US to participate in the opening of the business. As one of the original people here, it was one of those typical assignments that you take on that should only last 12 months. And so here we are, 2024, and I'm still here. But yeah, look, I love it. We've had a great opportunity here in terms of bringing an Australian company, an Australian product that, as Edmund said in the previous, that you wouldn't expect grinding machines and high precision machines at all to come from Australia. And here we are. We came to the US, one of our early markets, to tackle the world's best, and we've done a pretty good job at that. And along the way, we've built a great business. Over 50 people work in the business now that help myself and the US business be successful.
Yeah, so back when you guys started, you had machines, right? Now you've really turned into a digital company in addition to just a company that produces machines, right?
Yeah, so if you look at the business model, we started out with a 4-axis tool and cutter grinder. That was our very first machine, and a couple of years later we grew into 5-axis, and today we're complementing our grinding line with edge finishing machines and Automark X type laser machines, and so we've developed that portfolio. But outside of that, the digital footprint of ANCA has grown immensely, and really to capitalize on the sort of digital success of the internet and social media and public. And today we have full-time department that's marketing communications, that's all around promoting the company and the brand through social media and other platforms.
And I bet that's some of what attracted top talent like Aaliyah to the company, getting to work on the new and exciting digital innovations. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that and what you work on?
Absolutely. So right now I'm working on the AIMS and AIMS Connect. It's supposed to increase productivity dramatically and increase quality. So basically what we want to do at our younger generation, do more with less, right?
So what does AIM Connect really do?
So that's exactly what it does. It increases productivity for manufacturing. It allows it to be tracked, increases quality for manufacturing. There's automation as well, but you don't necessarily have to. There's AIMS and AIMS Connect separately, right? And then you can connect them, and it just simplifies the processes. Like I said, it makes you can do more with less.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what today's young people are looking for. Absolutely. They don't want to come work on outdated technologies, writing things on pieces of paper, right? You know that the technology is out there, so you want to come work for companies that are making it happen.
Yeah, look, I watch Aaliyah doing her role today at IMTS, and she's walking around the booth with an iPad, controlling an AGV running around the floor that's communicating with a couple of ANCA machines and moving product from one machine to another, all from an iPad. And this is the technology and the knowledge that Aaliyah is allowed to tap into, that ANCA is bringing to the market.
Well, thank you guys so much. We're going to take a break from this segment, and then we'll come right back to talk more about that future. And you guys are celebrating your 50th anniversary. We'll be right back.
Thank you for having us.
Everybody in the 313, put your manufacturing hands up and follow me, because we're going to season 3 of Road Tripping with Steve. This is awesome. I've never been in an automotive facility like this. Hello? Hi, this is Road Tripping with Steve. I need to leave and go let my head cool down. The Robo Drill is seriously one of my favorite machines.
Brand new program, call it whatever you want.
Steve's program.
All right.
Can you take it past 100%? Do it again.
And we are back with Edmund. Edmund, we got 5 minutes. And you have a 50-year anniversary. Let's squeeze some innovation and talk of the future in there. Can you tell me what's next for you guys?
Yeah, so of course we're celebrating our 50 years this year, and there's a lot of lessons that we can learn, but let's talk about the future. Look, we think the future's bright for the cutting tool industry. Yes, it's changing. Yes, technologies are evolving, but overall, we think that the market is going to be there for the future. So we don't plan to think about going completely somewhere else. We're going to continue to invest in technologies around the cutting tool industry. So what are the kind of things that we're looking at? So from a I guess a competitive world that we're living in, and the global market that we are challenged with. So low cost competitors, even established competitors with their innovations. It's important that we allow our customers to get the best value out of our machine. So our focus on lowest cost tool is critical, and we've got a number of technologies. So AIMS being one of them, which we've talked about, but also different technologies, which you can see on all our exhibitions now around the world, in significantly reducing setup time of machines, looking at different software solutions for being able to analyse the production output of the machines and making decisions on how to optimise that for bringing down the overall cost of production. To sustainability. Sustainability is a topic in itself, but it also contributes heavily to the cost of producing a tool. So if you can do things like reducing the air consumption of your machines, which we're looking at doing, it really does have a big impact in terms of the cost of running machines, and it is better for the environment as well. So that's one major area. The other major area is really about high-performance cutting tools. So we're a premium brand. We're never going to be the cheapest machine. So we need, our machines are always going to be there to produce the high-performance cutting tools. And we've got a new series of machines, the Ultra technology, using a very specific nanometer feedback resolution on our CNCs. To really improve the surface finish, the accuracy of the cutting tools. And you put in things like our software, where different complex geometries that really allow our customers the flexibility and the agility to design high performance, high accuracy, and if needed, custom cutting tools for specific applications. And then I guess the other area that we'll be looking at in the future around that is AI. So I know everyone's talking about AI.
Yeah.
It is a topic.
Hot topic.
Yeah, it is a hot topic. And we already have some solutions coming down. So, for example, we've actually managed to improve the accuracy of our encoders through being able to identify where there's repeatable disturbances and actually compensate for it. So the machine learns and actually compensates for it, actually making the accuracy of our encoders even better than the specifications of the supplier, as an example. But we're also looking at it from our, we have some tool analyzer software for analysing the tools, looking at the performance of the tools potentially, and actually feeding that back into our software so that in the future customers can actually use information or data that they've had on the performance of their tools and feed it into our software to actually improve the quality and the performance of those tools, as an example.
Yeah.
And we have many, many other examples in that space around how we can use data that you can learn from the machines, also learn from the performance of the tools, and feed that back in for improving the outcome overall for our customers.
I bet you have some fantastic case studies on all of those details that I would love to dive into. But with the limited amount of time, I'd love to tie this back to, the future of the industry, the future of your company. I heard earlier on the main stage, there's never been a better time to be in manufacturing than it is now. How do you see your innovations really tie into also the future of the workforce? I mean, bringing Aaliyah here, having, clearly you're investing in technologies that attract that next generation. What, if anything, do you want to say about what you guys are doing to, for the future of the industry in the workforce side of things as well?
Yeah, definitely. So our goal obviously is to be continuing to provide interesting places to work at, to challenge our the people that are actually running our machines to be even more productive, to be able to solve even more complex problems. And I think our technology and innovation is allowing that. Obviously, we are looking at ways to allow the future workforce to be problem solvers rather than just doers. And we're doing that through reducing the amount of manual labour required, but also being able to provide more data to be able to actually use that for improved problem solving. And what's the next challenge? How do we tackle that? What's the data sets to allow us to do that? So we definitely see the workforce that are using our machines and our products to be more problem solvers.
I bet they are inspired. To use this phrase again, inspiring the extraordinary, the technologies and the people here coming together with a focus on innovation for 50 years, enabling your workforce to focus on having that buy-in to what they're doing, not just doing a manual job, but having that analytical skill set that they can use I'm sure that's going to continue to drive innovation for ANCA for the next 50 years. So thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for the
I
opportunity.
really look forward to seeing what you guys have in store. I know there's some major announcements and things, and congratulations on your anniversary.
Thank you very much. It's always exciting to be here, and I appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. We'll be back
you.
for our next segment soon.